your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my sit the back that like a pogo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a polio. Younger than you with a Maybach.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Garoppolo to throw on second down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
13.
On first down, Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Detroit!
On second down, Johnson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Detroit!
Mayfield on play action. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. Garoppolo on first down. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So, who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
21. Leg. We got three. 11.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And able to find Garcon with his first grab, good enough for a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
21. 11.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Garoppolo. Trying to improvise. They shakes it off. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Escaping. And pressure gets to him again. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34.
Let's go.
1st down, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hurry up, here we go.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Now let's go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. This is Breida. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
21. Here we go. 6.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
11.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Garoppolo. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. They're able to convert.
Your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners... The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A second down throw for Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Going up top. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Emmanuel Ogbah bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Breida. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All right, here we go.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. Blue line.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 22. Shifts by him. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And his pass incomplete. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. More from Cleveland after this. The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now it's Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
21. Wait.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Browns getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Chubb. And now running right through it. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. But he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Powers, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, here we go.
They begin this drive with Cho. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly, here we go. Mike 48.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit, as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
21. 11. Go ahead.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Caught left side. Garcon. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred. Still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
21.
They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player
Right, now,
in another
lucky 56,
zone.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They run with Breida. Oh, twisting away. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Go ahead.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Garoppolo on first down. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They come out here in the eye.
65, 65.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers continue to roll. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Leopard!
Second down, Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he coughed it up, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. That's caught out left by Perriman. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line, Eric Armstead in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a second down.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Set. Green. 30.
Mayfield on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Garoppolo. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And his throw here's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll go on the ground. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Flag! 21.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play now, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and
he's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland, and even 60 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hurry up, here we go.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Here we go now.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point attempt to follow here. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, it's McKinnon. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
12, 12, 13, 13. Yes.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They give them a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
6. Yes.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Pierre Garçon, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by one more. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great. I mean, what a